Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. The Drake Golem has been released with Alpha 4.1. This is a new starter single-seater mining ship, and it's really small, it's really cool. New ship, same Drake values. For the workers who keep the wheels of industry turning, Drake is proud to deliver our first mining ship, the Golem. This accessible tool finally ends the corporate monopoly on mining and places your future firmly within your grasp. Built for professional mining and little else, the Golem is well set to become the go-to choice of the hardest labourers in the galaxy. Really like the ship. It is no frills. Easy work, simple. Integrated mining beam. The Golem's small but effective mining beam turns breaking rocks and small asteroids into quick work. The retractable mining arm is deployed from above to give you the best view of the task in hand. So yeah, ship's really small, really compact. Its laser is as cheap as possible and exclusive to the Golem and can't be removed. You can add a couple of different mods to it, different subcomponents to it. That head will be able to crack a lot of rocks, but not all at the sort of higher level. You're going to have a bit more trouble, and the rocks can be a little unstable because it's inexpensive. It was cheaply made. Effortless hauling, external cargo hold of 32 SCU of cargo. So you've got these two ore tanks that you can remove separately of 16 SCU each. They'll get full of ore, you can take them off, put new ones on, get back to mining, or flog the ones you currently have, send them for a refinery job. It's a simple starter, bare bones ship. With its essentials only build, the Drake Golem welcomes new miners into the field or easily expands a fleet without costing you the verse. Drake is for everyone, Drake is for you. So yeah, if you want to get into mining, you want to do mining flying around in a spaceship, then the one you want to start with is almost certainly going to be the Drake Golem now. And that's kind of its best feature, the cheap price. It's a starter ship, allows you to do that, no frills. It's available as a starter pack currently for $67.50, excluding taxes and stuff. I think it's supposed to be $75 normally, but that's 10% off. And you can get the Golem separately as cheaply as $55 War Bond, $60 if you're using store credit. This is an interesting comparison. Compared to like the Aurora starter pack, that's $45. What you're paying $22 extra or so to get yourself a Golem if you're wanting to start the game with that. And a lot of people might. A lot of people are probably going to pick up this as their main starting ship. But when you compare it to the Prospector, that's where there's a big change, right? There's a big difference. Prospector, between $140 $155. Typically, if you can get it sort of like on War Bond or whatever, it's like around $140. Store credit, $155. That's a big difference, right? That's like $100 difference. And yeah, the Prospector is almost certainly the ship that you would eventually move into after being in the Golem. But if I had a choice of a Prospector or 3 Golems, I'd probably go for the 3 Golems as long as I had, players to fit those ships, as long as people to run them. So yeah, there's on the ship as well, there's a couple of size 1 weapons for protection. There's some personal storage, like little weapons rack at the front. It's 15.5 meters long, 7 meters wide, 4.5 meters tall, or 5 meters when it's actually landed. Really cool little ship. Fantastic for focused mining. Let's jump into the Drake Golem Q&A to see if there's anything else that's interesting here. Golem is fairly unique to the Drake naming convention. What inspired this? We were just looking at the industrial workhorse aspect of the ship and thinking of names that had a utilitarian workhorse vibe. As some of the narrative team are still deep in a recent RPG playthrough, Golems are a fun component of that and tabletop gaming at large. But with a lot of our ships, the list of names starts pretty wide, usually 10 or 15, and then whittles down to what feels evocative or sounds good. With numerous starter ships already available, where does the Drake Golem fit in the scheme of things? What prompted the decision to come up with this ship, and why was the time right now? The Golem is a true starter ship, both in size and scope, providing a bare essentials entry point into the mining gameplay loop. While previous ships such as the Prospector were the initial entry point, they were ships people would upgrade into to try out the gameplay rather than start their experience with. Though capable, there are limitations with the Golem in terms of upgradability to offset its lower priced entry point. It's exactly that. You can't change the headlight, I don't believe, and it's lower priced. It's great for that. From a design point of view, what were the reasons not to include an interior? Has the ship benefited from this, and if so, how? so that's a good point to mention as well. Hasn't got an interior. To keep the Golem firmly at the lower end of the budget spectrum, it does away with luxuries such as a walkable interior with living quarters. This also gives those who want to spend a bit more time in a mining career a suitable upgrade path into ships that have interiors or multi-crew aspects. Is there personal storage space on board? Yes, there is a personal storage locker accessible from outside the ship near the cab. Can you tell us about the Golem's propulsion and maneuverability? The Golem features a strong array of maneuvering thrusters, with some incorporating a movable lateral structure for VTOL functionality. This design proves especially useful for carrying full cargo loads in atmospheric environments. While its overall maneuverability is average, the ship has enhanced strafing performance, allowing for precise positioning, an essential trait for mining operations. However, these advantages come at the cost of reduced top speeds compared to other ships of the same size. We see that the Golem has slightly more firepower than the Prospector. How does the Golem perform in combat situations? Alongside the same size and number of pilot-controlled guns as the Prospector, the Golem benefits from a pair of size 1 missiles. While not enough to be truly combat capable, it should be enough of a deterrent to allow owners to get away from attackers relatively easily. So yeah, getting a missile lock on you and having a missile fired at you can sometimes cause you to, break off or whatever. What about its self-defense and escape capabilities? Classic Drake design cues mean there's no ejection seat, so it's on the pilot to judge the situation and get out ahead of time. What kind of scanning capabilities does the ship have? As it's equipped with a standard size 1 radar, the Golem has no special scanning capabilities beyond any other ship equipped with a size 1 radar. The Golem has an integrated size 1 mining beam. How customizable is this in regard to laser heads and modules? The mining head is bespoke to the Golem and not interchangeable with other mining heads. However, it does have slots for mining modules to allow users to slightly customize the mining behavior. I believe it is 2. How does the mining laser on the Golem compare to that of the Prospectors? The Golem's mining laser is bespoke, so unlike the Prospector or the moles, players will not be able to swap out the head. However, players will be able to place 2 sub-items to customize the laser. Mining gadgets work on the Golem too. The mining laser itself is one of the more powerful ones presently in the game in terms of laser power. Since Drake wants to solve every problem with power, of course, this comes at the cost of no resistance mitigation or instability counter. But to suit its role as a starter mining ship, the so-called green zone is a bit larger to allow players a bit of wiggle room. In direct comparison to the Prospector, the laser seems stronger but is better suited to some minables than others. Here, the Prospector is more versatile because you can switch out the mining head for another one that fits the requirements of a specific mineable. So the mining head can't be swapped out for a salvage beam either. The mining beam can't really be used as a weapon. I mean, it does cause damage when fired at targets, but it's not a proper weapon. The Golem has 2 16 SEU detachable storage pods. Will these lock onto a cargo grid? The Golem storage pods are built to the same metrics as regular 16 SEU containers, so will stack appropriately on all grids. Are the Golem storage pods interchangeable with Prospectors and Mole pods? The Golem storage pods are bespoke and are not interchangeable with the Prospector or Mole. Can you detach your storage pods for a speed boost in case of emergency? The Golem does not feature quick detachment capabilities, though these can be removed via tractor beams when the ports are unlocked. Like any other ship items, they have mass, and when removed, they do influence flight characteristics appropriately. The storage pods can currently only store mined materials and ores. Are there plans to make them compatible with general cargo? No, there are no plans for them to be able to store anything else but mined materials. Can players vent unwanted ore to free up storage space and focus on collecting specific resources? No, unwanted ore is stored in the containers, so mine wisely, as there's no easy way to remove it. Are there other starter industrial ships like the Golem planned? Yes, as we've recently shown in Star Citizen Live, we're looking to introduce other starters such as an RSI salvage ship in the future. Oh, super excited for that. I want to see a starter ship for every role in the game at a nice low price point, both in in-game credits and with real money, so that people can start the game with them. And when you're in-game and you want to try out a new role or whatever, you've got a starter ship for that role that you can learn that particular mechanic in. Boom! That's the Drake Golem. I really like it. Nice, cool little starter ship. Good price. Nice and cheap. I'm interested to know if you're going to be getting one. if you're super excited for it. If you are like, nah, it's a cash grab, or you're like, well, actually, no, now I think that this is really well priced. Or if you've already got like a much better mining ship, you're like, oh no, I've got a prospector. Or is this something you're like, yeah, I'll get it in game when it's actually released, because not available to purchase in in-game shops yet. It's only available on the RSI website. In about 3 months, it'll be available to buy in in-game shops as well. But yeah, really interested to know what you think, and a reason to comment down below as well is because we have a giveaway every month, and for the month of March we are giving away a Super Hornet Mark II with Heartseeker kit along with a game package and lifetime insurance. It was given to us by CIG. Thank you very much for that. Just comment on any of my videos made during March to be in for a chance of winning that. And something else that will make you feel like a winner, NordVPN, nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, or use the links down below. Massive discount on NordVPN. It will give you better accessibility, privacy, and security while on the interwebs. I use it. Oh, it's great. If you want some other things, there's Toby Eye Tracker. That's on sale at the moment down below. Click the links for that. We've got THRUSTMASTER, all that sort of jazz. There's some cool sticks that they've got that have just come out. Check that stuff out. It gives us a little kickback if you use any of our affiliate links, but you can use the join button or become a patron on that sort of stuff if you want to further support the channel. And just liking, sharing, subscribing, all that sort of jazz as well helps out a ton. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your March. Alpha 4.1 is looking absolutely fantastic, but tell me what you think of 4.1, tell me what you think of the Drake Golem in the comments below, and I'll see you in the verse.